Okay, this is SQL Server Management Studio Part 2 of Microsoft SQL Server 2005. Okay, I just left it before. Okay, and I'll continue from that side. Okay, let's say I wanted to actually use a query analyzer to write a query, but it is not showing me anywhere up. Okay, just go to the any database and select pubs. Okay, let's go. I will show it to you. Go to any database. Okay, wherever you want to. Let's go to pubs. Okay, and let's go to the select the table author. Okay, still it's not showing me anything query, but once I open the table, the menu is being added, will be added on the top of the menu. Okay, in the top menu, and you will see that there is a menu that will be showing you. Hold on, wait. Okay, there is a menu that has come to the query designer. Okay, now I have selected a table. Okay, and asked it to open. It will select, it has generated the select start from. Okay, DBO author, that means it has selected all the rows. Okay, now where is the design? Okay, of the tables. Okay, now go to the pane and select diagram. Okay, you could have pressed control 1. Okay, control plus 1, and you it will still have shown you. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, now so far so good. Now suppose how do I add more tables? I can right click and select add tables. I can do it from the query designer. Okay, okay, now let's go and select publisher. Okay, control click the title author, again the title, and press add, click add, sorry. Okay, and then once we have done, okay, I can bring this publisher down to show you what how the relationship exists between both of all the tables. Okay, wherever there is a key pointing towards, okay, that side there is a primary key, okay, of that table, and wherever there is a chain, that side is a foreign key of that table. Okay, now see, AUID is a primary key in the author, and the AUID is a foreign key in the title author. Title ID is a primary key in the titles, and title ID is a foreign key in the title author. Pub ID is a publisher's foreign key, a primary key, sorry, and it's a foreign key in the titles. Okay, so far so good, but it's not generated the SQL because I have not selected yet anything. Let's go and select something, some fields from every one of them. Thus, maybe I will select royalty per. Okay, now let's go and select the type. Okay, and maybe the title, and then I will go and select the publisher name. Okay, now it doesn't execute the SQL. Okay, I have to execute the SQL, whatever it has generated. Suppose if I wanted to see the SQL, okay, how do I see the SQL? Okay, I again go to the pane, okay, and select SQL. Okay, this is the SQL it has generated. Now, but it's not giving me that result that I have to go and execute the SQL, and or press Control R, and this is how you get it. Okay, it is actually executing the SQL, and it will give you the results, and this is how it will show up. Okay, it's retrieving the data. Hold on for a second, it will come up. And then there is one more pane that allows you, okay, to use the criteria. Okay, that is known as criteria pane. Criteria is something like adding a where clause to your SQL. Okay, and in the end I will show it to you how to use how to add a criteria, and then we will be done with it. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we are. We have the data, and now I'm going to show you the last part of this part is to go to the pane, and let's go and select the criteria. There we are. Okay, and this is how the sort order is. Okay, suppose if I wanted to sort it on the first name, okay, so I could have selected one sorting. Okay, second sorted by this thing is 2. Okay, and then again I can execute the SQL. Okay, let's go and see how many states it has. Okay, it is showing me for many states, as you can see. Suppose if I wanted to actually filter it for the state equals to CA only, that is California. Okay, I go to the state, Okay, the reason it is not showing me the state is because I have not selected the state. So I am going to select the state and I am going to show it to you how to do it. Let's go select the state. Okay, and let's execute the SQL again once more. And let's say filter it by the state. Okay, this is CA. CA, and I think so it should work. Here we are done. Let's execute the SQL again once more. Execute the SQL. Okay, and we should have the records for only for CA, and there we are done with it. As you can see, it is showing me only the records for CA only. All the other records have disappeared. Okay, so far so good with this thing. Okay, now let's move to the other part of the SQL Server Management Studios part. Okay, I will show you the storage. Good, let's go to the storage. Okay, now there is a full text catalog, partition schemes and partition functions. Okay, now in the security I have here is the logins. Okay, these are the logins that is actually from coming from the Windows server. Okay, because there aren't many logins here, it's not showing me only, it is showing me as administrator. Okay, then there are server rules that I am going to explain you later in some other video. And backup devices. Okay, let's go and see the backup device. What it shows, it shows nothing, because the thing is that I have not created any backup device. I have to first create a backup device. Okay, it can be on a disk, it can be on a tape, it depends upon what you want, where you want to create this thing. Then there is a link server. Okay, and then there's triggers that actually get executed when the server runs, not when you when not the triggers that are getting executed with the database, that with the tables. Okay, and then there's a management. Okay, and then there's a replication also. Now what the application is, suppose you had two servers, one in New York, the other one in LA. Okay, now suppose you wanted to actually create a copy of a database in the from the New York to the LA, so you can replicate your database and gets exactly a similar copy in the LA. Why do we like to replicate the database in the first place? First thing is that if you want to replicate a database is that you want to have an exact copy of a database somewhere else. Rule number 2 is that in the case if your database goes bad here, or your server actually gets burned, or something happens in your office, or there is an earthquake somewhere, okay, you have another database somewhere else. Okay, rule number 3, that is when you want a database to be actually having exact copy, and as well as actually you want to take the report of the most recent, okay, data entered into your database. Okay, and have the exact analysis rather than a old data analysis. Okay, the most newest analysis of the data. Okay, that's why when you actually use a replication. Okay, an application can be of two types: a single type, a one-way replication, or a two-way replication. uh, One-way replication is that I am sitting in New York and replicating the data to the LA, and the LA database server is getting the data, okay, and is getting updated. Now what happens is, suppose the New York has a server and LA has also server, and the LA server is also getting updated. So you can have a two-way replication. Okay, the two-way replication is that LA, I'm replicating the data from the New York, and data is getting updated in LA, and LA is also sending me the latest updated data Okay, and the New York database server is also getting updated. Okay, that's a two-way replication. Okay, now going to into that thing is much more actually a technical thing, and it can be done. It can be done later. Okay, okay. Let's see what other. That's it. I would like to end it here. Okay, there we are done with it.